Mt.Gravatt lanes in Brisbane for the continuation of the Coca-Cola Tenpin Classic. And what a game we have for you today. Victoria's Warren Stewart has been on fire the last couple of weeks. Can he do it again? Today he takes on talented Queenslander Stephen Best, and we're going to see how that one pans out very shortly. Joining me again in commentary, former Victorian and Tasmanian State coach Glenn McFarlane. Can Warren make it 3 in a row, do you think?
It's going to be a tough match. As you say, Warren is on fire. He's handling the lanes extremely well. But Stephen's a very gritty performer. I've watched him practice a lot. And I'm going to go for an upset here. I'd like to tip that Stephen will come out on top.
OK, let's see how it pans out. Both players are warming up. Let's have a look at some of the statistics. Warren Stewart won silver at the World Cup in 1995 and has represented his country on several occasions. He has 2 300 games under his belt and was a member of the winning 1997 Victorian state team.
I must admit, I'm a bit of a slow starter in many tournaments. I'll come out of the blocks very ordinary. If it was a 100-metre dash, I'd have no chance in the world. You still got those wants that you want to be up there all the time, you want to win, and you want to achieve. You want to be the best, you know. It never changes, you know.
Warren is playing the tournament of his career. In his first round appearance, he faced Cameron Walsh and put in a strong performance to defeat the young New South Welshman. Then Warren had the daunting task of facing defending Coke Classic champion Ian Bradford. Here's a taste of that action. He's looking for the double. He's looking for the double, and he's got it! Oh, boy! Wonderful mix. That's going to be a contender for the cool phone magic moment, let me tell you. Today he takes on Queenslander Steve Best. Steve finished 5th in the Australian Masters, 2nd in the State Masters, and bowls regularly for his state team.
If you're bowling well, everything flows along and you're relaxed and you're tuned with yourself. But it's when things start to go wrong, you've got to sort of mentally attune yourself and not let things get on top of you, or you're just going to fall apart.
And also joining us for expert comments for this match today, Aussie champ Sue Castle. And Sue, have you got a prediction for this one, seeing as Glenn's already made one?
I'm not game to do that.
Well, let's have to see how Glenn's prediction goes. Warren Stewart opening up in this first frame.
Oh, that's a good 9 count. That's very good.
He'd be happy with that mix.
We've seen very confident bowling right the way through so far from Warren Stewart as we watch the split screen replay. A bit of anguish on the face there. He was a little concerned at where it was going. Warren Stewart now going to close out this frame. There's a single pin remaining. And he does that very neatly indeed. Again, we've seen a good start from Warren, so certainly the challenge there for Stephen Best from Maryborough in Queensland.
In fact, Stephen's first appearance in the Coca-Cola Tenpin Classic, and our first look at him today.
Oh, that was on the knocker too. But he's left one standing as well. And in fact, Stephen lists as one of his greatest achievements being invited to bowl in the Coca-Cola Classic. So very happy to be here.
So I think a lot of that comes across in Stephen's game. He just seems a nice, jolly fellow who goes about the business of bowling.
Yes, that's correct. He doesn't actually appear to look as nervous as what he might be feeling inside. He managed to get through that first frame quite well there.
So an identical start from both these bowlers. Here's Stephen again.
He's looking for that mix shot. I think that looked to me like it was just a fraction too fast. Go through here, the ball just skids a little bit longer. A light hit.
Just a little bit too much of it.
$3,000 up for grabs in this Coca-Cola Classic.
Stephen now changing balls for this spare.
Finishes out nicely. Yes, $3,000. And that all expenses paid trip to the High Roller International roll-off in Las Vegas. What a prize that is. A chance for a shot at some of the $1 million in prize money. It's a $1 million tournament. How good is that? Warren Stewart. He's a fair chance at this stage, the way he's bowling, to take out the Classic, but there's a long way to go yet.
Well, to this point in the tournament, Warren's really been handling the lanes quite well, our championship pair here today. And we'll see how I go with my tip a little bit later. But both bowlers looking strong at this stage.
Yes, another good finish, and yes, I guess I'm going against the tip there by saying he's a chance to win it, but a long way to go in the tournament, and indeed a long way to go in this game.
That's right. Sue, Warren is an excellent spare shooter, isn't he?
He is an excellent spare shooter. Yes, he is. Both of these gentlemen here play state representative for their respective states. Warren, of course, is the Victorian state team member, and Stephen is in the Queensland state team.
Warren, this one looks good from him. Yes, that's what he wanted. It's on the money. Beautiful bowl. And that's his first strike for the game. Warren Stewart.
A lot looser in that. Nice, relaxed swing, able to come straight through the ball and give the ball a chance to do the work.
All the pins into the pit. Now, Stephen Best. What can he come up with in reply? He comes up with another strike.
That's a solid shot. He'll be happy with that.
Yeah, I was going to say, it actually looked like it fell straight off his hand. I think he was happy that he... Yep, straight off. I think he was just happy enough to hit them and get away with it.
Happy with that, and it's neck and neck at this stage. Don't go away. It's a great tussle here in the Coca-Cola 10-pin Classic. Stephen Best trying for a double. Coming off a great strike. Ooh, not to be. He's left a couple standing. Stephen, who only came into 10-pin late, 23 years old before he bowled his first game. And he only really took it up seriously after a sporting injury.
That's not bad. He's been bowling for 12 years at the moment, and in those 12 years, he's managed to have 3 perfect games.
So that's a wonderful achievement to rack up three perfectos in only 12 years.
It's an excellent achievement, and I'm sure he's probably going to notch up a few more before he hangs his boots up.
Warren up on the approach now. He'll be looking to make this 2 strikes in a row. He'll be searching for that double.
He's given that some room.
Oh, yeah. Nice bowl.
That was.
I can hear a little bit of congratulations there coming from Stephen. So nice sportsmanship. To watch the replay.
It's a great spare there.
Yes, good finish. He's been the inform bowler of the tournament for the last couple of weeks.
So it's basically neck and neck here at the moment, coming into the 5th frame.
Yes, there's nothing separating the two of them. Warren took a long time on that preparation, and it's reaped rewards. That's second strike for him.
Yeah, so we'll see on the replay there, in other matches where we've seen Warren really get into it, really come up through the ball, he put a lot of power into that shot.
And he must be growing with confidence at each outing. Stephen Best, 5th in the 1997 Australian Masters. Oh, he's come back with another one. It's tit for tat. What a game this is.
Scores a level at 89 at the end of the 5th frame. This is turning out to be a wonderful match.
And both players on a strike as well. Certainly unbelievable the amount of pressure that they must be under, the prizes that are up for grabs here at the moment. I mean, they're both coming to the call. Both of these bowlers are bowling absolutely outstanding.
Well, we've got to keep our eye out for a cool foam magic moment. There's going to have to be one coming up soon. Just a frame or a shot that turns a game.
Now that looked like he put it down really early. Put it down right at the foul line. Didn't go through with the shot.
The pace was not there as well. It looked a little bit slower as well.
See, that's a difficult...
So what's the prediction now, Glenn? Is he going to take 2 or will he go for the spare?
I think at this point in the match, Stephen will play safe and just take the 2.
One of the shots of the tournament so far.
Would that be the magic moment of this match, would you think?
Well, it's going to take some beating if it's not. Fabulous.
Okay, Warren's still sitting on a strike here. He can get the double and he can basically put more pressure onto Stephen at the moment here with this shot.
I tell you, that's not looking bad either. That's another one.
Oh, that's a fine double for Warren. Excellent.
He's really ripping them. Oh, you want to come back after the break? This is a great game. We'll see you soon. Lanes. Very exciting game. We're all getting carried away with it here. Warren Stewart leads by 10. We're in the 7th frame.
Is that the magic moment?
We've got a few to choose from.
Getting plenty.
Can he do anything wrong at the moment?
Sue coming up on the replay here, nothing but a nose hit.
Yeah, just pulled it
Tenpin
inside of marginally and they all bowed over. It's like the parting of the Red Sea.
Well, how's that prediction looking now, Glenn?
Okay. Stephen's got to stay strong. He's got to stay within himself because he's not out of the game by any means.
Yes, indeed.
He comes up with another good one, so strikes galore again.
Each bowler still has 3 frames to close out this game, and anything can happen until that last shot.
That's excellent composure there by Stephen. It's not easy to come back and throw a good shot after your opponent has received a lucky break, but he pulled that one off.
You can see him just saying a few words to himself there, just maybe motivating himself.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, the crowd likes that one. It was a good bowl, but he still has 1 pin left to knock down.
It really is a shame that one of these two are going to lose and miss out on advancing through to the rest of the tournament.
Well, that's the way the Coca-Cola Tenpin Classic is set up this year. Just 1 match knockout, and the winner moves on to the next one.
Yes, one of the games of the Coke Classic thus far.
Good ball. Keep it there.
Warren Stewart is chasing 3 successive wins. He's locked in a dogfight here with Stephen Best. Let's see what this bowl produces.
Oh, that was a bad break for him.
Well, a bad break for Warren Stewart.
It was just a little bit light on the head pin. Not getting the mix of the pins that he was actually looking for it.
Slams that one down and takes out a single pin. Good recovery from him. See how he's faring in this game after the break. We've got a bit of a thriller on our hands. Warren Stewart leads by 6. So that one not the ideal bowl for him.
The ball just failing to finish there for Warren. They'll be looking to keep it simple here and make the spare.
At a crucial stage in this game now. Well, we'll see if that one is a turning point as the game closes out.
Sue, just as Warren stepped up there for the all-important 9th frame of the game, and that's really where games are won and lost. But now Stephen faces that challenge as well, doesn't he?
Well, the task is all ahead of Stephen at the moment. This shot here is basically the most crucial shot in the match. This is going to decide which way it's going to go.
Oh. Well, strike there would have made it very, very interesting.
And that's a good break too. I mean, fair's fair. Warren got one to get 3 strikes in a row. Stephen could have been left with something very nasty there, but he managed to get rid of the split, and now he's going to go back and he'll convert the spare.
Well, that now means we have a lead change. And Stephen Best from Queensland now takes a 4-pin lead going into his final frame.
Come on.
So after that shot, we're basically dead even. It's all locked at 174 apiece in the 9th frame.
Now, of course, when Stephen finishes up his 10th frame here, Warren has it all to do in front of him, really.
Yeah, we'll watch Stephen here and see if he can convert the spare.
Oh, that one swung across.
Okay, so unfortunately we've got Stephen finishing on a 182 game. So that means we need Warren to complete 9 pins. He needs to knock over 9 pins in his next 2 balls.
See how he goes on current form. That shouldn't be a problem. He's going to take the 9.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got the lot. He's clinched it.
A match-winning shot for Warren Stewart.
Match-winning shot. Another contender for the cool foam. Magic moment in a game that's been full of them.
And again, coming up on the replay here, you'll see the late fall. 10 and...
Wait for it, wait for it.
There it goes.
There it goes. And like I said before, it's unfortunate that one of these bowlers has to lose, because this has been one terrific match.
No, he's certainly been rock solid right throughout this game.
It is amazing how much easier you can throw the ball when you're freewheeling and you're not under any pressure.
That's right. I think we'll probably see Warren have a little bit of fun here with his last shot. He knows that he's got the victory and he'll move on yet again. 6
strikes in this game for Warren Stewart. Stephen Best finished with 3 in his game. His score of 182. Yeah,
Stephen should be proud of his efforts here today. I mean, he's bowled fantastically. You know, a couple of bad breaks.
Make that 7 strikes for Warren Stewart, who has careered away for a great win. Continues on the giant killing way. 204 over Stephen Best, 182. And our cool foam magic moment for this game, it goes to Stephen Best for converting that difficult 6-7-10 split in the 6th frame. What a beauty. The winner of the game today was Warren Stewart. Len now catches up with him.
I was having trouble with my, basically the sweat, like I'm perspiring a lot, and just with the grip of my ball, and the one through the nose, I just hung on it too much, and fortunately I got a strike. And then those 2 open frames where I missed went wide of the head pin, again, rather than stick, I just sort of lost the ball, couldn't catch it. And fortunately in the last frame, well, fortunately I got the 3 strikes, but, you know, Steve opened, which gave me that opening, because he could have struck out and, you know, closed me in the game. But breaks went my way for sure.
Well, how's that for a fantastic game? The standard just keeps getting better and better here in the Coca-Cola Classic. Warren Stewart continues his giant killing run. Now, Glenn, I've got to ask you, is he going to keep going?
I think no, he will. I'm not going to make too many predictions, though, big ones, because I really fell flat on that one. But it was a tight match. It was only really the 10th frame when Stephen let it slip away there in the end. But Warren finished strong. He is on a roll at the moment, and now he moves into a quarter-final match. OK, next week's game, Cara Honeychurch up against Tony Roderick from Queensland. How do you see that one panning out? This will be another great game, Bill. We've got 2 left-handers. Of course, Cara is a former world champion, and Tony is also a seasoned tournament bowler when it comes to bowling here in Australia as well. So it's going to be another great match coming up, Cara versus Tony. OK, look forward to your company again.